Every travel lover starts planning their trips, as we all know. The cheaper the destination, the longer you can afford to stay, or the better your travel lifestyle can be while visiting. In some countries, $45 per night barely affords you a hostel dorm bed, while in others, that can pay for a luxury villa. For example, in Canggu and Bali, you can get a 2-bedroom private pool villa for $50 per night, while when visiting Japan, the same $50 barely gets you a double bed on the floor of a small room. This year is sure to be amazing for travelers, and if you're already planning your trips for the year, some of these destinations are more affordable now than ever, largely due to drops in the local currency on the global market, or due to a recent lack of tourism. By visiting these places independently now, you can not only enjoy better prices for yourself but also help the local businesses and people along the way. Today in this video, we will discuss about the top 5 cheapest travel locations in the world. These locations offer both affordability and value of money. Hello and welcome to my channel. Hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for informative and amazing videos. Let's get started. Number 5. Portugal. With good bus, tram, and train connections, it's easy to travel around Portugal without spending much. While Lisbon can be slightly more expensive, eating and entertainment everywhere else in the country are very budget-friendly. Even popular famous beach destinations such as Camilo Beach in the Algarve can be visited on a shoestring if you plan your trip well and don't need to sleep right on the beach. The true high season in Portugal is only 2 months long, June and July, so traveling outside those months will help you find good deals on transportation and accommodation to save even more. Winter is also a great time to visit for amazing discounts, especially if you're heading to cities with temperatures around 15 degrees Celsius in January. Portugal is never truly cold. Most of Portugal's must-see attractions are in Lisbon and Sintra, where you'll find things like the medieval defensive Belém Tower and the public square Praça do Comércio. Surrounded by shops and cafes, these are either free to enter or cost very little. Sintra is home to some palaces and castles, including the breathtaking hilltop medieval castle of the Moors, that do have entry fees, but skipping the tours and just spending time exploring the grounds is equally stunning and significantly cheaper. In general, a visit to Portugal is more about enjoying the local food, walking along the coastline, and discovering the sights, which will keep your costs low and allow you to see more of the country on a tight budget. Number 4. Nepal. Unless you're planning a full guided trek up Mount Everest, which is not a cheap venture, Nepal is incredibly cheap. Even better, you can still enjoy plenty of trekking and even climbing for pennies. Even massive trekking trips, such as an 11-day hike in Langtang Valley, will only set you back a few $100s, a quarter of what a trek to Everest Base Camp would cost. Nepal is hard to visit in the low season, as the months between mid-June and mid-September mean lots of rains, potential flooding, and sometimes dangerous landslides that block trails and make hiking impossible. In addition, the weather is misty and cloudy during these months, which means you often get poor visibility and no mountain views. If you're not heading here for climbing, winter, which lasts from mid-December to mid-February, can be a pleasant time to visit, as temperatures often stay around 10 degrees Celsius in the city. Trekking can be tricky in winter because of unexpected winter storms and snow. March to May and September to November are the best months to visit. You'll get some of the best weather and prices that are still stunningly low. Local affordable guided treks do exist, but double check that they offer safe trips. You'll get cheaper prices if you sign up for a trek once you arrive rather than booking in advance. If you're not heading anywhere too technical, you can always explore on your own and save even more money. Number 3. Indonesia. With white sand beaches, world-class surfing, and best scuba diving in the world, and some of the most picturesque jungle and rice paddy scenery, Indonesia is without a doubt one of our favorite countries on earth, and it's a cheap place to travel as well. It's worth a visit. This archipelago is known to be one of the top 3 best dive locations in the world, and there are some relatively inexpensive accommodation options when you consider that you get full board and diving included in most room rates. Even if you're on a budget, if you have time, don't miss Raja Ampat. Indonesia is one of the cheapest countries to visit. Indonesia offers incredible value for accommodation, food, and transport. Here you can get beautiful guest house rooms, often set in pool villas, for as little as $20 per night. You can eat delicious seafood meals and millennial classics like smashed avo on toast for around $3. You can rent a motorbike here for just a couple of dollars per day, and cars are around $15 per day. Unfortunately, Indonesia has been closed to tourism or difficult to enter since 2020, but for those who can travel here and are willing to undergo the necessary quarantine and measurements in place, they'll find massive discounts on accommodations and very grateful business owners. Number 2. Vietnam. Vietnam has managed to grab the second spot on our list of cheap places to travel. Vietnam is also famous for its unique natural attractions, including the limestone islands of Ha Long Bay and the world's largest cave, Ha Sang Dong. Accommodation and transportation are both very affordable here as well, contributing to why Vietnam is one of the cheapest Asian countries to visit. Think a soup with rice noodles, cilantro, amazing broth, and a whole shank of pork for $1.50 or a cup of strong, aromatic coffee for $1. As far as transportation goes, if you rent a motorbike, you are all set for the day. However, I understand that not everyone is comfortable riding a motorbike, especially in countries like Vietnam, where the road traffic can be overwhelmingly chaotic. The good news is that Grab bike service is widely available in all major cities, and the cost is as low as 50 cents for a 2-kilometer ride. The long-distance buses and trains are also affordable and reliable. Accommodation is similarly pleasant and easier to afford than almost everywhere else in the world. Vietnam is one of the best countries in the world for street food. Vietnam should have a place on every foodie's travel bucket list. The markets in Vietnam are outstanding. You can indulge in a wide variety of local dishes and barely spend more than a couple of US dollars. Number 1. Cambodia. Cambodia has managed to grab the top spot on our list of cheap places to travel. Southeast Asia is a notoriously cheap area to visit. It is also incredibly beautiful and filled with art, history, flavorful food, religious architecture, and mind-blowing natural landscapes. Cambodia is probably the cheapest country to visit in Southeast Asia. Top things to do in Cambodia include visiting the magnificent ancient Khmer temples in Siem Reap and touring the museums and palaces in the capital city of Phnom Penh. A hostel in Cambodia can cost as little as $4 per night, and you can get a full meal for $1. While you could put all of the Southeast Asia on the list, Cambodia is one of the very good countries in the region. It's affordable and beautiful, and the locals are incredibly hospitable. You can get a private, air-conditioned room for US $20, street food for $2, and transportation across the country for $20. If you are spending close to $50 a day, you are living large. It's way cheaper than all its neighbors, just as beautiful, and filled with some of the nicest people in the world. It's one of the cheapest backpacking destinations in the world. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative and amazing videos. Thanks for watching.